Hey, I'm back. I stayed for the big feast at the top of Whistler Mountain. I keep saying Blackcomb Mountain. I'm on the top of Whistler Mountain. Here's the buffet I got to enjoy. Beautiful. It's all finished, but it was just amazing. If you ever want to do something different, take a gondola up to the top of Blackcomb Mountain and have a feast. Beautiful. The food was spectacular. Live music and weddings. So that is Blackcomb Mountain, and I'm at the top of Whistler Mountain. Now my battery is not going to last very long, so I'm just going to let it run until it dies. So I'm going to give you a quick tour. It's cold up here. We're at the snow line, the very top of a spectacular mountain. I'll show you some view here to the bottom. See that lake? That's where I started. Or at least at the same elevation as that lake. The gondola is right at the bottom of the mountain, obviously. Doing a quick tour around here. Hey everybody, hi Mind Candy, good to see you. There's an Inukshuk, the rock structure right in front of me. It's actually massive, it's bigger than it looks. That is an Inuit, a Canadian Inuit. They're Indigenous peoples of Canada, and that structure means I was here. So it's a marker, so for communication. So if they're out in the wilderness, they build these to mark where they've been or where they're going, or tell others where they've been or where they're going. And it might be, perhaps they use it as a marker to go back to find their way back from, way out in the middle of nowhere. This is where I had my feast tonight. Multi-course dinner, absolutely beautiful. Oh, they have an outside bar too. Looks like it's even open. If I didn't have to drive, I'd have a couple. I had one earlier. I had a British Columbia peach cider made from peaches in my neck of the woods. And absolutely. You're also on live stream with a few people too. Is that a problem? Sorry.
Personal?
I'm going to aim it away. It is personal.
Yes, no problem.
Yeah.
Personal live stream is okay.
Yeah, it's not. Very few people follow me.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we do.
So pretty. Hide it behind the dress. Oh, use the dress to cover it. Too beautiful.
There you go.
Yeah, probably show.
Take them all.
That's okay.
Take a whole bunch.
What a great place to get married or have your reception.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
That's so pretty.
That's the idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. I'm going to take a bunch, okay?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. And then sideways. I'm good at this. I like pictures
Okay.
too, so it's important. Oh, got that. I got that. Let's have kisses all around.
Hold on to that.
Can the bride and groom have a little kiss?
Oh, kiss no. Okay, one of them will work.
I like when the hat flies off. Is that my ticket? Uh-oh. Darn it.
Okay, there you go.
You need the ticket to go down.
Yeah, I wonder if they'd make me pay again to go down. Probably not.
Okay, let's go in because I'm cold.
Yeah, snuggle up, you guys. Snuggle up. Aw.
What?
I like the not perfect pictures too. Do something fun.
Okay. Okay. Left foot up. Oh no, right foot up. Right foot up. Three pros. Right foot up. There we go.
Okay, there we go. Got some leg in there.
Okay.
Now a spontaneous
All
kind
right.
of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm done.
There we go. Okay, now some pretty ones. Pretty. I'm looking at the bride. She's like, I want pretty pictures.
I kind of like this one. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah. It shows what's happening around us.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Woo, okay, very good.
One more side one. Smile. 3. Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
Right.
Tell me your name again.
It's Heather.
Thank you.
All right, no problems. Take care, you guys. Okay, there's a wedding up here, so I had to be the photographer. Do you want to have a peek down at the gondola coming up? I guess we can't really see. You can see through that. So the gondola goes all the way down to the bottom of the mountain, which is what I'm about to do, and I'm going to take you with me. But like I said, well, thank you, Scooter Mom. You know the deal. I'm actually close to my watch hours. It's the subs that are decreasing it like everybody else. But you know what? I don't care all that much. I just want to have lovely people with me while I take down the cult with others. That's the goal. So I'm definitely going to run out of battery. So when it dies, it's because I ran out of battery. I did borrow a charger and I didn't get, it was a slow charge, so I didn't get much juice out of it. So I'm in a hurry and get on the gondola. There's no waiting line because it runs continuously. And there's no people. It's basically quiet. Oh, where am I going? I'm going over here, I think. Yeah. Okay. No, that door is locked. One way out. It's really chilly out here, you guys. It's like winter cold, but I love it personally. I love all the Canadian flags and the Olympic rings. They had an Olympic Games up here one year. So this is, if you follow the Olympics, you know. Oh shoot! I gotta go around this way. They're gonna make me walk the the cattle guard. Oh, I'm out of breath. Gotta love a flag in the wind, hey? There's some view for you. Okay. Gotta walk around this to get in. Okay. I couldn't finish my dessert, I'm so full. Brought it with me. My favorite breakfast is dessert, so tomorrow. Hi. Yeah. Oh. Okay, here we go. I assume they're gonna close the door for me? I assume. Anyways, I probably wouldn't mind if they didn't. But I'm sure they will. Oh. I feel so much better. I'm really happy to have you guys with me. Thank you for being here. If you haven't liked yet, please take a moment. Appreciate it very much. Did you take the gondola? Yeah, I'm at the very top of Whistler Mountain. Took the gondola. Mind Candy, you are amazing. No problem, my pleasure. I think we all need a little bit of beauty and nature in our lives, don't you think? Woohoo, here goes. Ah! It's a little bit of a wowzers at first. So we're a few hours north of Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. And I took a little detour. I actually got lost trying to find my freeway back home from the ferry from Gibsons, BC, where I was overnight. And what am I trying to say? I took a wrong turn, and as I was going on the highway on the wrong turn, it said 91 kilometers to Whistler. And I'm like, wait, I have 2 days left on my long weekend, and I've never been to Whistler, so why don't I go? So I just did. That's the thing about living in a van. You can just go where you want. My house is almost for rent. I have some takers, so I'm just about to sign someone up, and then I can live out of my van full time. Obviously, I'll live in the house until that happens, but it's going to be either August or September. And then I'm still working on the job part. I want to work part-time. That's why it's taking so long to get it all sorted out. I can't quite afford to retire 100%, but I'm going to semi-retire. And if they can't give me what I want, I'll quit and then go work for somebody else part-time. That's the deal. Look at this view. So that is Blackcomb Mountain. People ski up there. And don't forget my seatbelt. You know what? There's no seatbelts in here, actually, now that I look around. So if I was afraid of heights, this would be, see, like the fact that it's snow tells you, like, how high up the mountain we actually are. So, and we're going straight down. There's a couple levels. There's a point where it goes to the beginner runs, but these are like Black Diamond ski hill right here beside us. So look at the steepness of that hill, and people ski straight down that. Can you imagine? So they did some Olympic stuff here. I think this must have been like literally Olympic ski jumps, I'm thinking. You know, the jumping and the racing and stuff they do. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I definitely need this beauty, Christina. I'm working through it. This is actually, I've been through some very, very valuable, hi Doug Cram from Toronto, Canada. Another Canadian. I definitely, if I want to protest the rest of my life, which I will be, mostly against cults, but you never know what else. I need to know what the community is like. I need to experience the worst of what could happen. And I've been told that what I'm going through right now is about the worst you could possibly go through. So it's a good thing in the end, because I'm gaining experience that a lot of people don't have. I'm standing now, so sorry, the window is really scratched up, so sorry for the less than great picture of the window here. Maybe that's better. So yeah, so I'm considering this. No, hi Krista, good to see you. I have a mod in the house. Don't feel like you have to work, Krista. No worries, it's been pretty good today. I am at the just coming down the top of Whistler Mountain on the Gondola at Whistler, Blackcomb, BC. And that's Blackcomb Mountain over there. And I'm way up above the snow line, obviously. It's freezing up here. So I went up, and I was coming back from Gibsons, BC from that retreat. I took a wrong turn and saw a sign for Whistler. I've never been to Whistler before, so, which is weird because I've been everywhere in BC. So I took the turn, I kept going, and an hour later, here I am. So now let's look for, keep an eye out for bears, elk, moose, deer, cougars, wolves, you name it. Maybe beaver. I don't know if there's any beaver way up this high. You never know. So we're just looking for wildlife. Where's Waldo? So this is where you're going to see them. There's tons of those animals up here. So let's keep our eyes peeled. If you see anything, holler it out. How long is that ride for, and is it free? So it took about, was it 20 minutes, half hour to come up, and it'll be the same down. And it was $99 for an adult, but I may have gotten a deal. So as a solo woman, I ask for deals because it's really expensive being a single woman. You have to pay full price for things, and you don't get to share the costs of things. And, people are pretty generous about it, actually. And I'm almost a senior, so, I'm pushing that age where they, oh, sure, whatever. And I just say, I've had a really bad day. You would make my day. And I chat with people, and I'm friendly, and I bring positivity. And, hey, I've been negative lately, I admit, for sure. Look at the steep of this hill. Like, is that a ski hill? Like, oh, man. My son skis Black Diamond, and if this is what he skis, that terrifies the heck out of me. That can't possibly be a ski hill. That is really steep. That is like 45-degree angle. It's frightening. Blackcomb. Or is that Blackcomb? I don't know. Maybe the whole thing. It's hard to say. Anyways, the gondola coming up is empty, I think. It should be all empty because they're closed. People are just going down now. Anybody that enjoyed the feast up at the top, the beautiful buffet dinner, which they gave me a deal on that too, because I, talk to people and express gratitude and have fun with them, and I like deals. I'm really glad you're enjoying it, Gia. It's not free, I wish. I look for deals. But I'm happy to pay for this because look at what I'm getting. Like, this is good, really good for my soul. The valley down there, it's so beautiful. You can see how far up we are. Just gorgeous. Any animals? Keep an eye out. I'd love to see a bear right about now. I've seen lots and lots of bears in my time, but not lately. Now would be a good time. Oh. So I did a stream earlier, and I'm going to say again that I'm probably going to run out of battery. So if it just cuts dead, that's why. I'm okay. And are they black bears? Okay, there's going to be black bears, there's going to be spirit bears, there's going to be grizzly bears, there's going to be all the bears up here. No polar bears. Those are further north. And I don't think we have, we don't have pandas in, well, they're not really bears, are they? Panda bears? I guess they are. None of those in Canada, except in zoos. Ooh, look at the steep drop here, you guys. Ah, you'll see in a second. It's gonna go way down. Look at that steepness just right over here. Ooh, I just made my stomach flip-flop. So you can sort of see, the beginning of this trip is really steep up. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that gorgeous lake at the bottom. That gorgeous emerald water. Yeah, so a black bear can be any shade of black to brown to blonde to cinnamon. It's the same bear, just different colors of fur. And spirit bears, they were totally blonde. They're very rare, but when it's a very indigenous thing in British Columbia, I think they only exist in British Columbia in the world. I'm not 100% sure on that. You can fact check me on that and let me know. But I think spirit bears just exist here, and they're blonde and they're absolutely gorgeous. And when indigenous people see a spirit bear, it means something very significant in their spirituality. So I used to know what that was. I don't remember. One more tool. I'll just do another turn because we're going. So you can't even see where we came from anymore because we came over that hump. I should have turned around at some point. Sorry about that. I should have turned around to see where we came from, but there's Blackcomb Mountain and the mountain range. And we're still going down. And there's nice mountains over that way too. We're surrounded. And lots of snow on the mountains still. That just shows you how high they are. Whoops. I took my dessert. It's falling out of the napkin right now all over the place. Excuse me while I go crooked for a sec. All right, we're going down, going down. Just have to fix I can't drop my car key. That would be bad. Sorry. Yeah, that did look like an Olympic downhill because we had the Olympic, the rings, the Olympic rings. I think it's 5 actually, at the top of that mountain. And that's where the Winter Olympics were held in Whistler some numbers of years ago. So I think they probably had that event, like the jumps, the downhill race course. And there was a major jump at the end of it. So I'm pretty sure that's Olympic quality ski hill. That's the thing about having the Olympics. Your town gets to have Olympic quality facilities and whatnot. So, sorry, I don't know how much juice is left on the phone. So we're coming down into Blackcomb Village, which is sort of attached and part of Whistler, BC. Any questions for me? I'd love a like too if you're just coming in. Let's do a full, I'm standing, it gets a little bumpy sometimes. Do a full circle here, show you what I'm seeing all around me. There we go. Nobody in the gondola is coming up because they're closing, so What a fantastic way to spend the day. I got in like just in time too. They were going to close it around 4:30, 5 o'clock. So my timing was really good. Come on, bears, show yourself. I'm looking down all around. See if I can see anything. I want to see a bear more than anything. I don't know about you. What's your favorite Canadian animal? What would you want to see most? There's a potential for bighorn sheep, mountain lions, which is cougars, bears, of course, wolves. I'm not sure we'd see wolves. They really hide in the bush. What else? Bald eagles, lots of eagles. Oh, my ears just popped. Holy smokes. So neat. My ears are popping. We're almost at the bottom. What other animals would we see here? Maybe beavers. Did I say that? I dropped my hand down here. That was over here where it's a little more less dirty. Yeah, bald eagles. They're amazing. Yeah, I've been to a place like, where was I? I'm trying to think here so I can tell you. Somewhere in the middle of Vancouver Island. There's a place you can go, and there's like hundreds of bald eagles just hanging out. Some kind of a preserve or something where they're attracted to it, and it's where they nest and stuff. I think they just have a ton of nests, and they protect them. And yeah, the retreat was good. It was beautiful. And then I'm going to finish, Krista, I'm going to do like a whole documentary style summary of what happened there. It was a bit of a roller coaster for me emotionally because of recent events. So being with a group of people was a bit triggering in some ways, but enlightening at the same time. So I'll go over that later. So I did leave early, but it's all good in the best possible way. I made some new friends and really, really beautiful people. So yeah, I'm going to say mostly it was really positive. And where it wasn't so-called perceived positive, it was a learning experience. So I know what I need to heal. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So I'll put it all together because I took video right from when I left home all the way. Well, I'll keep going because I still have to drive home. Maybe tonight I'll do some driving, and then I have all day tomorrow to get home. It's only, on the map, it's about 6 hours to get home from here, but I drive slower than normal, so with the van. So yeah, so I'll be driving most of the day tomorrow with nap breaks. As you know, I need my naps. So look how green it is. Isn't that beautiful? And I love the cloudy sky. I'm really glad it's cloudy today. My ears are totally popping like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, we're getting there. We're almost at the bottom. See how neat that is? So how long was that? 20 minutes? I don't know. And then we run into all the mountain bike trails all over the place. My last video was I think it's probably private right now, but I'll change it to public. But it was showing my trip up the mountain, and there were tons of bikes on these trails. So you'll be able to go look later and see what my mountain bikers are doing in the mountains. It's fantastic. I know I'd break my everything. I'd be broken head to toe if I got on a mountain bike on these trails. But anyways, so because I would like to go visit. Okay, so my channel, Ham It Up Again, is, you're on it now. So if you go to the community tab, it'll be under videos. So I have videos, I have live, and I have community. And they're all tabs at the top of my channel. So once I get my whole trip, like the documentary style, put in place, you'll find it in the videos section because it was not live streamed, it was just recorded. And then anything I'm doing live, like this one right now, is in the live section, and then the one I did earlier today on the gondola going up the mountain will be in the live section as well. But it might not be available till later because I have to flip it over to public because the new default is private. So we have to, as streamers, we have to go in and, oh, you know what? This is only part of the way. I'm going to sit down. There's a whole other section to come. And I'm going to keep going. Oh, the view's a bit different if I sit. Here's some mountain bikers, though. Oh, excuse me. I couldn't cover my mouth with, both my hands are full. So the mountain bikers are all over the place, right? This time of day it's a little quieter, but earlier there were tons of them. It's crazy. So we're coming into the beginner level of the gondola. So any beginner skiers and snowboarders and mountain bikers, they all come to this level and get off. And then the really advanced people, they go up higher, like where I was earlier. So I'm just going to stay on and go all the way down. Please remain, you're 2/3 of the way down. They don't let people get off here anymore because they're closing, so. Oh, goodness sakes. And here's a map. You can see that, but this is Whistler Mountain. This is where I'm at right now on this mountain. I don't know if you can see where I went to. I'm not exactly sure. It's hard to tell where I was. Yeah, Google it. It's amazing. Yeah, I would highly recommend this place as a place to visit for sure. If you want a taste of Canada, Whistler would be a great idea. Just fly to Vancouver and then maybe rent a car and drive up the coast and you'll be blown away. It's beautiful. If you like nature. And it's pretty protected. Canada does a really good job of protecting its natural habitat. We try. Depends who's in government. I won't get political here. I sure would love to see it better. That would be neat. Look how steep it is. It's certainly it's much clearer if it's steep. Steep. This is all mountain bike trails. Very well used. They were packed earlier today. Yes, Banff and Lake Louise, also very, very good suggestion, Krista. If you're visiting Canada, that's top of the list for sure. Sorry, I just have to. Somebody called me and I gotta get the icon out of the way. Oh, somebody phoned me, so that was what that noise was. Sorry if it sounded loud. Can you hear the birds out there? Birds always get noisy at bedtime. I used to have a bird. She'd go crazy at bedtime. All kinds of noise. What is that? Is that a tree stump? Yeah, it's a tree stump. I'm seeing things. I'm still hoping for a bear. They wouldn't be this close to people usually. They're very shy. They like to stay away. Unless they're starving, you won't see them near people. They come into town and go into garbages and stuff. Sometimes, like especially in the spring, there's some mountain bikers. In the spring, they're looking for food. Or if they're really hungry, if things are, if their forest burned down or whatever, they come close to people. But mostly bears are shy and they want to stay away. They don't like us any more than we want them near us. We like them. We just don't want them close to us. We like to see them from a distance. And I've seen many just driving, like on the side of the highway or whatever, when I'm driving through British Columbia and other provinces. Obviously, they're all through the country. but I do love them from a distance. So down below you're seeing the Blackcomb Village and Whistler Village. I'm not sure. I think this is Blackcomb Village, and then Whistler Village is further up ahead. They're kind of side by side. They call it Whistler Blackcomb. I don't know if it's all one town or city or two separate ones. I'm not sure. Take off my sunglasses. I can't see. AirPods. Oh, so you hear every single little thing, hey? Yeah, the lake looks fake. It's so perfect and beautiful. Is that at Lake Louise, Krista? Those mountain lakes are just gorgeous. When I get home, I'll show you Kalamalka Lake near where I live. The water is like emerald green and it's massive. It's a really big lake. And it's crystal clear. You can see all the way to the bottom. The sand is white. Like, it's just beautiful for a lake. It's 4 hours from the Pacific Ocean going east. Thanks for having me. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for having me. My pleasure. So it looks like, oh, there's someone still going up. Are the mountain bikers still? So those other gondolas to the left there that we're looking at where there's a bunch of seats, that's for mountain bikers. Looks like there's still people unless it's staff. If it's, oh, they're all wearing black and I don't see bikes, so that must be staff. So, yeah. Cleaning staff, whatever. These windows are terrible. No bears today, sorry. I tried. Maybe on the way home though. If I see any, I'll jump onto live stream. So blue, super cold, exactly. You can't swim in mountain lakes unless you're crazy. Unless you like mountain, like plunges, cold plunges, which are actually really good for you. Becky, my Bex is here, you guys. Becky, I'm up on Whistler Mountain in British Columbia, having some fun, and I just had a feast, a big dinner, like full 5-course meal up at the top of this mountain. I told them that I was live streaming, and they said, oh, here, because I needed a charger, so they ran, and they were so excited, because I said, there's people watching from all over. They said, oh, good, yes, we'll get you a charger. Like, it's free advertising for them. Yeah, so I'm just having fun here in nature. We're out looking for bears and all the mountain biking trails out here. We're just coming down to the bottom of the mountain, so you missed all the excitement. But I'm going to keep streaming until I run out of battery, because I will definitely be running out. So, and then I'll, once I get back to the car, I'll come back on later tonight at some point. Check in. This is our last little stretch here. I'm so full. I had like flambéed tiger prawns, salmon. Oh, and they had baked beans with maple syrup. Oh, and they didn't put ham or bacon in it. It was vegetarian friendly for a change. Usually they put ham in that stuff. And the salads all had no meat in them, so I could have every single salad on the menu. I'm vegetarian. And then I have a handful of desserts in my hand right now. I couldn't eat any more, but I took it with me. So this is the village, all these beautiful accommodations and whatnot. I won't ever have to spend money on all these types of accommodation ever again. They're nice to stay, but they're super expensive. So the chateau is over that direction. I don't think we're gonna see it. Oh, we're gonna see the top of the chateau way over there. It looks like a castle. That's the Fairmont chain of hotels. If you look them up in Canada, they're all like, it's like castles literally, and they're high end. They're made out of stone. Like, they're amazing. It's beautiful. Okay, we're just coming down to the bottom of the gondola. Fun stuff. Okay, that was spectacular, you guys. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you so much for coming in and joining me. Is there a Dr. Mark in here? Have I met Dr. Mark? I don't know who that is. I gotta get with it, Becky. I I hope you're doing well, my friend. I've been thinking about you lots. Okay. Try not to fall down when this thing stops. So it kind of keeps going slowly while you walk out. My ears are still popping. Thank you. Thank you for visiting Whistler Mountain. You're welcome, Whistler Mountain. Look at this place. It's beautiful, beautiful. It's a little quiet right now because it's evening. Everybody's having dinner, but this place earlier today was just packed. I'll just walk through. You can see this is Whistler, or no, sorry, I think this is Blackcomb Village. Whistler Village is down the street. World famous. There's so many shops. There's the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. I'm just gonna keep walking. But yeah, tourist area for sure. So the people here are from all over the world, really. It's a huge tourist attraction. And it's mountainy, like all the buildings are kind of made out of stone and wood, and it's kind of got the mountain vibe. Whistler. I wish I knew my stuff and I could tell you if this is Whistler Village or Blackcomb Village, but I'm kind of giving away my location, but I don't care anymore. Oh, I'm going to run out of juice really quick here. Whistler Village. When I run out of juice, I'll be stopping. I just have to find my car now. You get to see the village. Look at this. Incredible. I've never been here. It's fantastic. There's fires everywhere. Bex, this is why I'm not a hood girl. This is where I come from. There's no hood around here. I'm so not hood. I gotta learn some things, man. I need some street smarts. I have none. It's the joke of the week. Okay, I think, oh yeah, I keep going this way. I don't even know if you're hearing me anymore, but because I can't see you, my screen went dark. I know I can see you're kind of there. So I'm just going to keep talking till it really dies. I hear lots of German, lots of Australian. Those Germans and Australians love it here, mountaineers. Lots of Asian tourists, tons of bus tours. Yeah, I'm going the right way. So, I'm scared to have a nap. Because if I have a nap, I'll probably sleep for the night. It's too early. So I'm going to drive for a bit. It's 6 hours home-ish. Probably longer at my speed, but I'm going to sleep overnight somewhere. So if I can do 3 hours tonight and then 3 hours tomorrow, that would be perfect. So we'll see if I can pull that off. It's so beautiful, you guys. Come to Whistler, trust me. And if you want total nature, you don't have to be in this kind of like people-y area. There's backbush too. If you're into camping and even like resort or retreat, like cabins in the woods and stuff, that's all here too. And then you can take trips into town for this stuff. But sundial. It's a sundial. I'm not sure what that quite means, but oh, I'm gonna catch this light.
So first there
I didn't lose my car today. We're doing good. Whew. Got a nice walk too after that incredible feast. Okay. Once I get back to the car, maybe I'll get back to the car in time to plug in and keep going and check in on your comments. In the meantime, amuse yourselves. I can't read. And ignore the trolls or block the trolls. Just hide. It's up to you. You can go for it. I think I have a mod or two here. You know what to do. All right, I'm close to my car. I might get plugged in time. I never even thought I was going to stream. I just needed to get up above the clouds, to be honest. It was my number one goal when I arrived here. And I thought, hey, why don't I stream? I don't think of streaming till I'm deep into something, because I've only been streaming for a short amount of time, so. There's the van. I'm getting there. Oh my gosh. Sorry, going for a ride there. Trying to unlock the vehicle. There we go. Okay. Here's my baby. Here's my home. Home on wheels. All right. I'm not going to lose you guys unless it happens in the next 10 seconds. Whew. Goodness sakes. All right. Stay with me here. Okay. 1%. Whee. I'm at 1%. Amazing. Is that talent or what? All right, let's see what everybody's up to here. Yeah, I have 2 portable chargers for my phone. I just didn't bring them. That's nice. My next problem. Yes, I really do need a little hood in me, Becky. I'm going to count on you to help me with that. Becky and I had some serious fun when I was in Los Angeles talking about Heather's lack of hood skills. I'm so naive. But I mean, what you just saw is what my life has been all about. Like, this is normal. Like, I'm not used to that. So, okay, I'm going to flip around. I know I look terrible. I've been vanning it. Hammy, you need to start charging your phone. It drives me crazy when you do. I know. I drive people crazy for a lot of reasons. That's a good one. I have chargers and I didn't bring them. I just was going to pop in quick and see if I could get on a gondola. That's as far as my brain got. I wasn't thinking to live stream. My phone was fairly charged, but I streamed all the way up the mountain and stuff and watched some streams while I was up there and blah, blah, blah. So I did drain the battery quite a bit. I miss you too. Trust me. I want to get you up here. I want you to experience this. I want you to come to my neck of the woods. Yes, I do have some chargers. I'll get that going. I know I drive you guys crazy. Pretend a bear is after you. You don't want to watch me run. It would be pretty funny. Comedy for sure. You do great, lady. Thank you, Krista. Hey, lady. You're so good to me. Thank goodness I have you guys. You have got me through, all of you, some things. Yeah, I made it just in time. I'm a little puffy, but, you know, I'm traveling and I didn't sleep well. Dr. Mark in Texas. Have you ever ridden the zip line? Zip line? No. I've ridden a couple zip lines in my life. I think I would do it again. I trust them. Yeah, oh yeah, there's going to be lots of zip lines in this area for sure. We're in the mountains. You need to keep your phone plugged in while driving. I do. It was charged. It's a slow charge at the front of the car, but I have a fast charge at the back of the car. It's hard to explain, but I might actually get a longer cord so I can charge from the actual plug-in, like the fast charger thing. So yeah, I'm working on it. I'm an amateur. What can I say? I'm learning. So the next step, in fact, let's see here. If I think I need to take Highway 99. Hey, that guy was at the retreat, I think. No. Anyways, I'm gonna start driving. I think I can find my way out of here to get on the road. So the goal is 3 hours. Things are looking up, Becky. They really are. Bigfoot or Sasquatch zipline. Cool. Wow, so you've been up here. Let's see if I can make my way out of here. It's really quiet. I need glasses, actually, that are not sunglasses. Hang on a sec. I need to be able to see when I drive. My favorite glasses were broken, so I used the screw came out, so I used a paper clip, and it worked temporarily, of course. Okay, so let's get out of here without killing myself or others. Don't worry, I've never killed anyone in my car. Oh, it's gorgeous out. The temperature, it's cool. Oh, it's so nice. And I try to go as far as I can without getting gas, because the gas is more expensive here than anywhere else in North America, I'm sure. It's really, really freaking expensive. For Canadians, the last price I saw at a gas station here was like $1.86 a liter. What the fuck? That sounds cheap to Americans, but this is by the liter. That is insane expensive. I've never paid that much in my life, so I'm not gonna fill up here. Excuse me. I filled the tank in Abbotsford, BC, and it was $1.66 a liter, which is phenomenal right now for British Columbia. That's the cheapest it's going to be in just about anywhere in BC, probably, except maybe any towns close to Alberta. Alberta is really cheap because that's where they pull the oil out of the ground, so it's cheaper there. Oh my goodness, I'm so full. The people around here are so nice. Everyone's dressed in mountain gear and mountaineer type. It's just, I went to the bathroom and I left my car keys and my phone on the table with no problem. I just walked away, and there was, I had been chit-chatting with neighbors at neighboring tables. That's me, I chit-chat. So we were, I was chit-chatting with people, and, so as if anyone's gonna walk off with my stuff, or, it's just the way it is. It's so nice. Okay, let's see. I'm going to follow my nose for now and just head back to Whistler. This is the Blackcomb area. I'm going to see. Here, I'm going to flip it around so you can see what I'm seeing. It's really beautiful. You don't need to see me, for goodness sakes, you poor people. Okay, so if I get lost, that's okay. It may be somewhere really beautiful that I can sleep for the night. That's how I see this. Becky, this is how I found this. I'm here because I got lost. And I went with it, and remember I was telling you how getting lost has worked really well for me? So I've just had a fantastic day because I was having trouble getting onto the freeway I needed. Okay, 99 BC, that's what I want. Perfect, see? It works out every time. Follow my nose. So anyways, yeah, getting lost is okay. Things work out. So I ended up in Whistler. I was lost, and I saw a sign pointing north to Whistler, BC, and I've never been here before for some reason. And so I took that turn and went, and it was an hour away. I said, okay, if it's less than 2 hours to get there, I'm on my way. So it was 1 hour, so I did it, and I just had the best day. So that's my philosophy in life. Get lost. Don't worry. Was it green for a while and I didn't go? There's no one behind me, so I'm enjoying the moment. What can I say? Look at the mountains everywhere, and just the beautiful streets, and the chalet type buildings. Let's see, Whistler, a sign pointing to Whistler Mountain. So just this is home, man. This makes me happy. So I'm looking for 99. I don't want to miss that because I want to get a few hours of driving in before I sleep. Yeah, it's a lot like Utah, actually. I think that's where I was talking to Ribsy today. Uh-oh, am I turning this way? Squamish, Vancouver, oh, I want to go to Pemberton. Crap. I want to go to Pemberton, so I'm going this way. As I cut across solid lines and lines of traffic. Hang on. I'm gonna merge onto a highway. Oops, oh, there was a merge lane. Okay, my bad. So anyways, I was talking to Ribsy today, and he's up in, Rib Guy. He's up in Utah right now, retreating as well, in a very beautiful place. And we had a conversation today, so it's always good to check in with some peeps. I have some really dear friends in the SP community. I'm so grateful. If anything, that's what I got out of it, and that's gold, and I'll take it any day of the week. So I'm going through Pemberton, British Columbia, across the interior of the province, and then south to the Okanagan, where I live. So that's about 6 hours. No GPS? Yeah, I have GPS, but I don't need it. I pretty much know where I'm going, and I can't use the GPS while I'm streaming, so with you yet. I'm old, you can tell I say hang up. Like I'm dialing in by modem or something. If I was cool, I would like imitate the sound of a modem dialing in. You know what I mean? Us old people. So, anyways, so this is basically what you're going to be seeing for the next quite a while. Okay, why is it blurry? Did that help? It's blurry. Hang on, let me see if I can correct that. Sometimes just flipping it around makes it come back into focus. So you're not going to see anything too different from this view. Mountains, trees, highway for any time to come. You're welcome to stay with me. Showing us beautiful places. Yeah, I think that's what we all need. I think we should start doing some like streams together. Like, you know, just good ones. Like just nice, like happy, how's it going? You know, here's Becky, here's Heather, here's Ribsy, here's Sir. You know, just get some people together, just hang out together and have some fun times. You know, I'd love that actually. And a whole other huge handful of people that are my friends now, big thanks to this community. And I don't, you know, like I'm really, really happy about that. We all lay low about each other, but there's a huge community of friends out here that we're all quite happy with, and good people, really good people, and mature, and all that, all the things, you know. Oh, cool! I'm going through Lillooet. That's interesting. Lillooet is actually in the health region that I work for, so it's kind of an outlier. Like it's way at the tip of the map of the region that I work in. So that's interesting. I didn't realize it was this far in. Interesting. Huh. Okay, I could probably go the speed limit. I'm sure I'm driving people crazy. At least get behind those cars. Is it in the 40s there? You know, unfortunately, I don't know Celsius, or I don't know Fahrenheit, because we use Celsius in Canada. So I'm going to say it's probably, I don't know, 18 degrees, between 15 and 18 degrees Celsius. So use Google and see what that is in, I mean, we're in the mountains, so it's cooler. Like if we were in Vancouver, it would be like 80 or 70. But we're further up in elevation, so it's chilly. We're in the mountains. So you did that math, because I can't right now. And I'm terrible at translating. Like I know 70 Fahrenheit is 20 Celsius. I know that. And I think 90 is 30. But beyond that, I'm terrible. Okay, Scooter Mom, thank you so much for dropping in. You take care too. 4 Celsius. Wow. No, it's not that cold. Not even close. It's way warmer than that. It's cold up where you see the snow on the top of the mountain. That's where I just was. I was up across on a mountain across from this one, and it was like freezing temperature. I have the windows open. Can you hear that? Oh, look at this lovely lake. Nice. Look at the color of the water. Isn't that beautiful? This is what I live for. Water, fresh water, and just like I can jump in there. Although I gotta say, this like mountain lakes are freezing cold. It would be a cold plunge basically. But I would do it. I love a cold plunge. So I'm the crazy person that goes in the lake on New Year's Day. So yeah, it's really good for you. Yeah, the snow is way, 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 way up, so it's quite a bit different down here at the bottom of the mountain. But yeah, I just experienced that cold. It was probably, I would say it was probably 4 degrees Celsius, way up on the top. So what is freezing in Fahrenheit? Fahrenheit, is that 40? That would be a good one to memorize, actually. Because 0, like in the metric system, Celsius, 0 is freezing, which kind of makes sense, don't you think? The rest of the world uses metric. The US and Britain changed it. Let's see. Yeah, there's lots of snow up there still. So it's dusk, so that could mean we might see some animals on the highway, and this is where I become super vigilant when I drive. I've been driving in Canada for a lot of decades, so I'm really good at watching for animals. And I have actually hit animals, unfortunately, in my driving life. I was driving through a mountain road years and years ago. Nobody else around. It was like one of those really remote, rare highways that goes over a mountain that nobody ever takes because of all the animals. And it was like a caribou preserve. So there were actually caribou up there, which is like an elk. It's a kind of like, you know, whatever those animals are called, like a moose or an elk, but it's a caribou. They're northern. And it was a preserve, so I was like, oh my god, like we'll do it, but I got to be careful. So I'm driving through. It's the middle of the night. I was driving, this is years ago. My first car that I ever had was a Neon, Chrysler Neon, and driving along at 80 kilometers an hour, which is probably like, I don't know, 50 miles an hour maybe. It was slow, like slowish, and driving along in the dark. My son was sleeping in the back, and my ex-husband was next to me. And I did the driving in my marriage. He didn't drive. And anyway, so we're driving along, and then all of a sudden, bam! Out of the blue, something smashed into the side of us, and it scared we both screamed at the top of our lungs. It was like a monster attacking us in the middle of the night. So like slammed on the brakes. Luckily I wasn't going very fast, but I slammed on the brakes, and it was a freaking moose ran out of the bush and ran into the side of my car, rolled on top of the hood over the car, and landed on the other side. So he didn't do much damage to the car because he just hit me on the side. He ran into me. What if, like, those animals are so stupid. Like, you gotta wonder what they're seeing. Like, are you serious? Like, do they not have peripheral vision? Look at those mountains. Oh my god. But anyway, so he slammed into me, rolled off, and fell off onto the other side of the car, got up, shook himself off, and ran into the bush. I couldn't freaking believe it. So we sat there hyperventilating for about a half hour, went out, checked out. Like, the damage to the car wasn't too bad. It was just a big, huge dent on the side, like the driver's side where he ran into, and then some damage to the bumper, and then the hood wasn't even damaged, and then yeah, that was it. But I mean, it was a couple $1,000s to repair it, but Jesus, it scared the living crap out of us. So we drove home, like, what should have taken like 2 more hours of driving took us like 6, because we were driving like 1/3 of the speed limit just in case something like that happened again. Like, that was a wake-up call. But like, a moose is like a monster. They're freaking massive, and their legs are like, 5 feet tall, 6 feet tall. They're huge. It's incredible. Like, up close, watch out for moose. Oh my God. So yeah, so that was my encounter. And I've hit other animals. Like, I hit a raccoon once, and that was devastating. Of course I cried because I'm a little missensitive, but I love all animals. So that was devastating. The worst part with that one was that there were 2 of them, and one got across in front of me and the other one didn't make it. And then when I kept going and I looked in my rear view, the other one that was alive was looking at me. And I was like, oh my God, he's looking at me like I killed his wife or her husband or something. Isn't that ridiculous? That's what I felt bad about. Like, so, and luckily I didn't have to go back and get it off the road. Like, it rolled off the road, so I didn't have to deal with it. But oh, look at the nice bubbling river beside us. Isn't that gorgeous? This is normal. This is a normal scene in where I live. Like, just rushing rivers, and it's early summer right now, so the rivers are very fast and quite dangerous too. You would never want to go near that. Yeah, so that's another typical scene in the mountains. What else have I dealt with? I've hit birds before. Oh yeah, and one time I was driving, and what was I driving at the time? I think I had a Jeep Cherokee. And I lived in northern Alberta, and I was driving along in the night, middle of the night, and somebody had hit a deer, and it was dead in the middle of the road, like in the middle of my lane. So I drove over the deer, and like, it bottomed me out. Like, it made a huge clunk in the bottom of my vehicle, and I like ran over its legs. It was absolutely horrific. So I wasn't going to be able to pull. I was by myself and phone it in so somebody could come in. Nobody else would kill themselves trying to avoid it. Like, who's that? Like, you hit an animal, you got to get it off the road or phone somebody to come and do it. Like, especially a deer, like, they're massive. Their belly, like, it was a huge clump in the bottom of my vehicle. And luckily nothing was damaged, but that's scary because I was out there, and it was winter too. It was cold out. So that's kind of rude. Like, people need to do better. What else has happened? I've hit birds. That makes me cry because I love birds. I can't think of anything else right now. Luckily, I've never hit a domestic animal, like a dog or a cat or anything like that. Knock on wood, that would be horrific. If you hit a domestic animal, please stop and pull it off to the side of the road. People don't do that, and it's, and then it gets re-driven on, and it's just wrong. Pull it over to the side of the road, and then go home and get on Facebook and tell the community what the animal looked like. So if it is somebody's pet, they can go retrieve it and, do their thing with it, please. It's so sad when I see domestic animals on the road and they're all like flattened. It's not okay. Please stop and pull it over to the side of the road. Anyways, that's not a happy topic, is it? Sorry, I'm not really able to watch your chat, but please chat amongst yourselves. I'm just chatting away, talking away. It's helping me pass time. Let's see if I can grab a comment here. Oh, there's Lisa. That's why I couldn't answer you, Lisa. I'm streaming. My travels, I dodged a lot. A roadkill. Yeah, it was horrific how many animals had died. I know, it's not something I enjoyed, that's for sure. It's a fact of life, I guess, because we use these roads, but I try to avoid being on the road anytime after dusk, because that's when they come out. And then, or at night, like, it's scary driving at night. I always drop my speed for that reason at night. It's pretty horrific. Ever hit a Scientologist? Not in my waking hours. No, just kidding. Not in my dreams either. I've dreamed of rescuing them, because that's kind of a bleeding heart I am. There's always hope, right? Or convincing them and helping them see the light, not rescue. I wouldn't want to be known as someone that's rescued, but I would want to be known as somebody that someone else showed me, said one thing to me and it changed everything. So I've talked to a ton of Scientologists in the last few months. Many that I did not always have a camera pointed at them, which I've been accused of, but you know what? Sometimes I don't want to point cameras at people. I just want to have a heart-to-heart talk with them, and that's good enough for me. And judge away. It doesn't matter. I don't care what people think of that. I don't need to prove what I do. So sometimes, you know, if I was in there, I don't think I would want a camera pointed at me, and it might not work. So maybe sometimes don't use a camera and see what happens. I actually got responded to quite a few times with thank you, or thanks for caring, or have a great day, or hi, or, you know, little small talk, lots and lots of times. So they don't do that when there's a camera in their face. Trust me. Very rare do they do that. If they do, they could get in serious trouble. So why would they? It's kind of logical, don't you think? I like your open door policy. Hop in. I'll take you away from hell. Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Lisa? Let's just get away from hell for a minute. Yeah, I'm a open policy kind of gal. I'm a fan of vulnerability, and I'm willing to be vulnerable and show it all. And I've been called all kinds of whiny baby insults over the last weeks. I don't care. I think it's a superpower, actually. That I can be vulnerable. I can cry. I can be angry. I can laugh. I can be embarrassed. I can be all the things. So, you know, and anyone's welcome to come. I have blocked some people for sure because they're being downright disgustingly rude. I don't need that in my life, but you know, anyone that is not blocked is welcome to come in here and you know, give it a shot. Oh, I gotta pass this guy. I'm gonna pass him because he's gonna be going really slow. You don't want to get stuck behind a fuel truck on mountain roads, that's for sure. They're the slowest of the slow. They have to drive slow for safety, and it's irritating. So anyways, yeah, so everybody's welcome, and you know, even ask questions. I don't get it. No one asks me questions about rumors they've heard. And if they're asking it in a polite way that I know that they're not trying to set me up for something, then I'm happy to answer. I've put my stories on what's happened. Oh, there's flowers on the side of the road. That means someone had an accident there. We have a lot of those little memorials on the side of the road here. I don't know if they're in the U.S. I'm not sure I've ever seen them, but it's sad. It always saddens me because I used to work in hospitals in small towns. We always used to come into work on Monday morning, and it's like, okay, who died on the weekend on the highway? You know, like it's in the small towns and in the winter out in the middle of nowhere. There's lots of that. So, sorry, dark topic. I'll change the subject right now. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, if somebody comes in and genuinely wants to know what, you know, they heard something about me and they want to know, I'll answer it. Plus, if you check my community tab, I put 4 posts, trip report number 1 and trip report number 2, 4 altogether, and that describes both of my trips to Los Angeles in detail. What I did was mostly just I didn't post every single detail, but I did post the details about what I did to fight Scientology and what might have gotten in my way of doing that and that kind of thing. I kind of stuck to a topic. And then I also have a video in my live section on my experience at La Poubelle the first night I ever showed up in Los Angeles. It was Big Blue and then La Poubelle. And I've gotten a lot of criticism for that. All false, like not all false, but mostly false and twisted information. So I did that was an interview with Chicago Scientology audit, Shannon. She's absolutely fantastic lady, by the way. So she interviewed me on that. We did a live stream together. I streamed it on my channel as well. And I told that story from start to finish in great detail because I have a bad memory, so I wanted to document it and get it down because it was absolutely unbelievable. I think I freaked Scientology out because here's this lady that they've never seen before. They didn't know my vehicle. They see British Columbia license plate. I was in my my Kia Soul at the time, and that was partly documenting my electric vehicle experience on a road trip, because it was the first time I ever owned an EV. And I'm just gonna roll up the windows. Might help the sound a little bit. There we go. It's gonna sound a little clearer now. I just liked driving with the windows open. So anyways, so I pulled, this is like, think about it from Scientology's point of view. I'm sitting in front of Big Blue. There's no other protester on site that night. None whatsoever. Zero. Because I checked and I was like, oh, who do I get to meet tonight? I arrived in the city at about, oh, sorry, did it again. I hope that's not going to be I might pull at some point to finish this story because it's gooder. We'll see if that happened again. That's the thing about the wilderness. Oh, and my ears are popping too. Anyways, so I'm sitting there and they're like, okay, because you know they have cameras everywhere and they're watching, you know, people all around at all times. And here this chick shows up in her car sitting there, and I had my phone going. I was recording. There were Sea Org members everywhere. I swear to God, that night I must have seen up to 50 people at least. So are allergies. At least 50 people walking around in and out of buildings, because there were no protesters and they weren't aware of me. So I was taking pictures and stuff and video because I wanted to show people their family members, right? Like, that's the thing that you do. I just learned from what I watched other streamers doing all the months, because I didn't miss a night. Like, I canceled my cable, man. Like, I was invested. I couldn't wait to get down there. So I learned a lot from other streamers. So anyways, I was recording, and then they must have seen me sitting in my car recording. So before I know it, there's somebody standing, you know, the garage where the vans come in and out of. So they're there, and there's people standing there looking at me. I'm like, okay, here we go. I've been seen. And so then this lady walks by, and she actually showed up later, just a couple weeks ago in LA. She stole a sign right off of the side of my vehicle. But anyway, so she walks by with a camera recording me and my car as she walked by. Like, it was so obvious she was, you know, Scientology trying to get, because they needed my license plate number and a facial recognition. So, and I knew that would happen. Like, I wasn't alarmed. I knew it was, you know, they're going to know who I am immediately. The minute I showed up in Big Blue, I knew Scientology would try to find out who I am. So they figured me out right away. So, anyways, so of course they're going to do that. Like, of course, you know, like you know, and the thing is, I think what the point of it I'm trying to make is that I'm new. I was a new person to the protest movement, and up to that point, you had all your OGs, right? Like, everybody they were identified. They knew their full names and probably their addresses and probably all about everybody's families and blah blah blah. So here's this new person, so they have work to do, right? Like, look at this rock face up ahead. Is that ever cool? So they had this new person that they had to get on it immediately and find blah blah blah. Especially being from outside the country, cannot have been comfortable for them, because that's maybe a little harder to get info on me. So anyways, I don't know if this is a shoulder or a lane. Should I mess with shoulders? You know what happens to people when they drive on the shoulder? Ha ha ha. Anyways, so I don't blame Scientology for taking me on full on, like, gun range. Oh my God, you never see that in Canada. You can tell we're in rural Canada, because we don't do guns in Canada really, unless you're in the boonies doing a gun range or hunting or something. Hunting, there's lots of hunting in Canada. So there's that kind of guns, and farmers use guns for various reasons on the farm. Fair enough. I have no problem with that. Anyways, so yeah, so I think Scientology took me full on the night I arrived, just because, yeah, why not? Like, I was the only one there, so they did send someone to follow me, and the rest is history. So go and watch that video on my live section. The interview I did with Shannon, and it's actually like, Okay, and then I'm accused of being like dramatic about how, like, theatrical about how I tell the story. I was actually imitated and mocked on how I tell stories, but I've been told I'm a really great, fantastic storyteller for that reason. So, I mean, I'd rather be seen as, by the people who like me, that I'm a great storyteller and I'm well spoken and I have a good vocabulary and I can be animated right at the proper point, and, you know, than someone who's trying to bash me and judging my way of storytelling. So I'm just gonna continue to like myself and my storytelling skills. So yeah. Anyways, so my feelings aren't hurt, believe me. So I told that story in the way that I felt when I was in the situation. And it was like, what the fuck is going on? Are you kidding me? Is this actually happening? Like, I actually questioned myself, like, because you can't make that shit up. You really can't. Like, what is happening? But Scientology for 20 years. Like, I almost joined Scientology in the 90s. They can't possibly know. I just went off, so I'll just rewind my sentence. The people criticizing can't possibly know all the depths of insanity that Scientology is capable of. So, you know, to say that what happened to me was crazy and I'm delusional, it actually happened exactly the way I explained it, to a T. So, you know what? Whatever. And, you know, the best way to destroy somebody is to gaslight the living fuck out of them and make them feel like they're crazy, or tell them they're crazy. Isn't that classic behavior, though? Isn't that a red flag to anybody? Like, hello? You know what I mean? Like, the minute I hear a certain type of man call a woman crazy is like my red flag on him. And I've learned that time and time and time again in life. I've seen it a million times as a victim of that, and of my friends as well. And, you know, women do it too, don't get me wrong. There are women that are narcissists as well. But yeah, so don't. Like, you know, it's so transparent. And the fact that so many people are following that and don't see it, it's because they've never been through it. And they really, really badly want it not to be true. Do you know what I mean? So, okay, I'm not sure if I should go through Lillooet or Pemberton. Uh-oh. I think I want to go... Oh, no. I want to go... Yeah, I need to go through Lillooet for sure. Oh, I hope that's not a wrong decision. Anyways. It's okay. Either way, it's the right direction. I don't want to go north. Let's just put it that way. Oh, you know what, though? No. I just changed my mind. I don't want to go through... Yeah, okay. I gotta turn around. I just realized. I need to turn around. No problem. I need to stick to the Pemberton Highway. Because it does go north for a bit, for sure. If I'm near Pemberton, I'm actually doing really good for time. So I'm just gonna turn around and go this way. Okay, what are you guys saying here? I'm glad you guys are chatting amongst yourselves. Yeah, get to know this behavior and let's be educated. Let's be aware of what might be going on around us. Why not? Why not learn from it? I'm learning. What am I learning right now? Oh, okay, so what I'm learning right now, this is important. Oh, thanks to my friend Lisa. Not going into it too deeply, Lisa. Sorry for throwing your name out. I hope that wasn't a mistake. If it was, I'm sorry. But anyways, Lisa's smart. She's a really smart lady. And what I'm learning right now is what being an activist means, and being in a anti-Scientology, what that could mean to me and my life, and what a community like this could be. And like, I was not expecting the community to turn inward on itself like it did. That pretty much it tried to destroy the whole second week of my last trip to LA. And like, that's really valuable time to protest that could have been lost. So like I scrambled at the end to make something big happen with the banners, and I pulled it off barely. It was not enough time to do it right by any means. I've been judged for the hard for that too, which is also shady and mean. But anyways, I did my best, my God, and I spent a lot of money on those banners. So anyways, it was successful, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay positive. Okay, what way am I supposed to go? Where's my sign? Give me a sign. Okay, what the heck? Oh, this feels residential. Why don't they give you a sign in town when you're... Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, he's stopping too. Did he make a mistake? I need to turn around. Oh no. They didn't say which exit. It's a roundabout, and they didn't say which exit to take for the highway, to go to the highway. Sorry guys, I have to turn around in your driveway. I know people hate that sometimes. I don't, but sometimes people do. Bring positive is the best way to go and go further in life, to be positive. Yeah, positive, yes, MC, 100%. I prefer to be positive. I am an optimist, and I do see things, a lot of things, through rose-colored glasses, as Bex will attest to, that I'm not very street smart. But on the other hand, I think I'm more a realist than an optimist, because I believe in authenticity. So to me, it's more important to me to be authentic than it is to be positive. And hopefully authentic most of the time is positive. But sometimes, why are there signs? Sometimes, this is Pemberton. It's cute. What a cute little town. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's a right. See, it always works out. If I'm wrong, I'm getting a tour of Pemberton, where I've never been before. So let's just see what happens. Get tours of places. Oh, look at this cute couple laughing with each other as they walk down the road. I just love people. I love watching people from a distance in their natural habitat. So anyways, yeah, being positive but authentic at the same time. So if you're not necessarily being positive in a moment, like when I cry, I think it's really important to have the feelings, because if you don't, you push them down and you get sick. And like, as you guys may or may not know, I have cancer, and it's really dangerous for me not to get my feelings out. To push them down causes disease, and people need to know that. So feel your feelings without hurting others, I guess. You know, and if people criticize and judge you for feeling your feelings outwardly, like, you want to get them out, whether there's people around or not. It makes other people uncomfortable, but we as a society need to learn how to become comfortable with that, so that our morbidity rates in healthcare drop. We don't need a lot of the autoimmune diseases, multiple sclerosis, lupus, some types of cancer, illness, all the things. Like, there's so many, any autoimmune disease, even diabetes, suppress, and the body takes the brunt. So we need to learn to have feelings outward and get them out. Like, cry, say you're angry, all that type of thing. Oh, this doesn't feel good. Where am I? This doesn't feel like a highway. Anyways, so that's my view on, think positively. Yes, but there's a qualifier there. So, I mean, you don't have to cry with people, but if you do, it's okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, we should never be judged for feeling things. I think we need to get used to that. Yeah, that's all. It's okay to. If you do, it's okay. If you don't, that's okay too. Just do you. Not a trouble for being angry. It's not culturally acceptable. So, but not if you're abusing people or being abusive. You need to be angry in a healthy way. So that's practice. That takes practice. So, anywho, that's just my view on that. Trying to catch some. Yeah, show your feelings for sure. And then it gives other people permission to show their feelings too. And if some people, there will be people that just don't like it and they don't like you for it. You know, tough luck, whatever. This is the way I am. I don't care. I can't care. I do care, but I have to try not to. I say I don't care, but I do. So that's another thing about me is I say I don't care, but I do. I can't help it. I'm too sensitive. I'm a Cancer sign. So anyone into astrology, I'm Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon. Can you believe it? Talk about sensitive. And I love being sensitive. I'm never going to stop. And then I'm a Leo rising, so I've got that fire, that you know, kind of that lion power. And they say the rising sign is the most prominent in personality. So, you know, I always thought of myself as just like this sensitive little Cancer, but no, I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo rising. So that's what people see. That's your outwardly facing personality. But I never knew it. People saw me as this strong person. I'm like, I'm not. I'm sensitive inside. What are they seeing, you know? It's been kind of a weird thing. So it's just, yeah. So astrology, I'm not huge into it, but I know enough about it that I don't think it's wrong. So, you know, I'm also not really into magical thinking anymore, but astrology is kind of hung on for me. So, and I do love meditation very much, as some of you know. So I do lead my meditations when I'm at home. I'm going to do a nightly meditation in this community, 8 o'clock every night Pacific time. FYI. The more the merrier. Sagittarius. My brother is Sagittarius. So is my brother's ex-wife, who's actually more of a sister to me than any of my family. Sagittarius. I get along really well with Sagittarius as they kind of ground me. Yeah, I like them. Let's see here. Pisces. Yeah, I think Pisces and Cancer go well. I think Cancer's like Pisces, maybe not so much the other way around. I don't know, I could be wrong. Oh my God, I'm right in like ranch country here. It's one farm after the other. I love it. I'm pretty much taking I'm pretty sure I'm taking the back route, but that's okay. It'll link up with the highway eventually. I'm totally good with that. I do it all the time. I just follow my nose. I know I'm going in the right direction and it's going to work out. Look at that beautiful river to the right of us. It's so nice. To look for a place to sleep before it gets dark. It'd be nice to find a beautiful spot that I can just park and then wake up in the morning to a beautiful lake or something. I would sure love to jump the lake in the morning. That would be so great. I think the rivers are too fast to go in at this time of year. That would be a bad idea. Look at those mountains up ahead. I don't know if you can see it. They're a lot further on the camera than they are in person. But those are snow-top mountains. Beautiful country out here. Okay, take care, Krista. Don't feel like any of you have to hang around if you're, I hope you're watching multiple things because this is a pretty boring stream. And I'm just yammering on, so don't feel you have to stay. My feelings won't be hurt. I don't think I have actually much more to say, so I think I may cut you guys loose, and I'll go and listen to some music. I'm a huge music person, so like it makes me feel as well. I can cry, I can sing out loud at the top of my lungs, all the stuff. So anyways, so I'm going to let you guys go. Please have a great night. We'll be back to our regular meditation. I'm not going to do it tomorrow night because I think I'm going to be exhausted. And I don't want to overcommit, but we'll be back our regularly scheduled meditation time Tuesday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, and that'll be live. It'll be guided by myself. and a lot of lovely people show up for that, and we can sit in meditation together and just feel really great before we go to bed. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me again as usual. I always have this wonderful, really uplifting group in here. You guys are the best. I can't wait to meet all of you in person if I have my say. That would be great. So I will talk to you very soon. So take care. Bye, everybody.